Attorneys are moving forward with a lawsuit against Washington's Attorney General over COVID-era restrictions on doctors. And Spokane native and former NBA star John Stockton is helping spearhead the effort. They claim dozens of Washington doctors are being penalized and even threatened for speaking out against COVID vaccines or treatments. Stockton has been a vocal critic of the state's response to the COVID outbreak. He was told that he wouldn't be able to attend Gonzaga basketball games in the kennel if he wouldn't wear a mask. I talked with Stockton's attorney today to ask why this case even still matters if the pandemic is officially over. He said this case is really about freedom of speech.
There are about 60 doctors, Washington licensed physicians, who are somewhere in the process of being investigated, prosecuted, or sanctioned, or have already been sanctioned for all or in part based on speaking out in public against what we'll call the mainstream COVID narrative. The question is, does the fact that someone has a state license, a state health license, give the state government some additional powers that it wouldn't have over an individual? I just can't think of a better advocate for people's rights than John Stockton. He's been the focal point and the brunt of some of these issues. He's, been castigated and vilified. All these lawsuits were really about, up until now, about doctors having the right to speak. But ultimately, that's not really the important point. The important point is the right to hear the information. Your right, my right, Stockton's right to hear the information.
What do you say to people who are questioning why now? COVID is over. Why are we even still worried about it?
I'd say, why the hell they keep on prosecuting these doctors? That's right, the pandemic is over. So drop this stuff.
What is your goal in the state of Washington with this case?
Our objective is to either obtain a preliminary injunction stopping the Washington Medical Commission from investigating, prosecuting, or sanctioning doctors for speaking out in public against the mainstream COVID narrative, as it were, or if not, to get to the Supreme Court, because I believe the Supreme Court will stop this. And one of the things we need to do to fix it is to take away the state's power to sanction doctors for expressing dissenting opinions, because that's, a lot of people think the First Amendment is pretty important to democracy.